are Confessional Magazine, and this is More to the Story, brought to you today by Iris and Bo, whose toner helps keep my laugh lines in check, because you never know what our guests are going to say. Visit irisandbo.com today and use code CONFESSIONAL for 20% off. So much love in this heart of mine. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Confessional Magazine, and I'm here today with the one and only Peter Madrigal.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So we all know Peter from, of course, Vanderpump Rules. That's how, came to know this wonderful face in front of me. But we just, there it is. We just can't wait to, catch up with him a little bit, see what's been going on the West Coast, and just have a little chat. So thank you for being here again. And Peter, what have you been up to throughout quarantine?
Quarantine, as they call it.
Right.
Well, I never stopped, working out. Of course, you have your lapses here and there, but I never stopped, with my diet, my working out. The one thing that I did notice though is that I just got back in an actual gym for the first time in, I'd say, because I went back a couple of times before it closed down in July, so almost a year, and my body is it's feeling really exhausted because unlike everyone says, oh yeah, you gotta do your cardio, right? But that's all I did for a year, so lifting heavy weights, my weight or more than my weight, it does take a toll on you, and you feel it, and you're like, wow, and that really, and now I see what I was doing to myself for years, and it's just you take it for granted, and all of a sudden you get back into it, you're like, oh my God.
Right? What have I been doing to myself all this time?
Yeah. I mean, it's just because I have little weights, and it goes up to about 50 per dumbbell, those Bowflex things.
Yeah.
And it's nothing in comparison to bench pressing 225 pounds. You know what I mean? I mean,
so
I threw that up finally for the first time in a year, and I'm like, I got it up 5 times. You're talking to a guy that could get it up 10 times, but it's wow, wow, it's a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just went around collecting extra weight from everybody else throughout this time, and we're just rolling.
Yeah, you and me both. That's why I'm but and my brother, he weighed in at 250, and now he's 215 because he's usually 180. He's like, okay, I'm gonna hit. He's at the gym right now. You know what I mean? He's like, okay, time to get back at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice, I guess, to have you guys there to help each other get back into it.
Exactly. So that's been one of my things. Another thing that I started during quarantine is I started going a lot to Caesar's Palace. I'm a Caesar affiliate, so I do a Caesar vlog. I haven't been back as much because Sir has been open, so I got I'm it was getting to be once a month and once every 2 months. Now it's been I haven't been back since April, so I'm planning on going for my birthday in June. But yeah, that's something else that I've been doing, going to Caesars, reviewing some of their awesome spots. Anybody listening to this or watching this right now, go to Caesar's Palace. It is the best place on the Strip to stay.
Okay, I actually have a question about Caesars then. I have my best friend is getting married in Vegas in February, and they're on the Mars Rocks or whatever it is outside, the pretty scenery outside.
Yeah.
And then, but they're only inviting about 50 people, and they want to have some sort of a reception. Does Caesar offer any smaller venue, smaller wedding type stuff?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, they do. So you can hit them up, and I'll ask one of my friends that works there, that does all that organizes my stuff, if they do that. You can DM me the deets, and I'll check.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. I mean, so what does this mean exactly to be a Caesars affiliate? Because that sounds like a killer job.
I kind of made that up. You know what I mean? I just go to Caesar's Palace and I review they send me to some of their spots and I review them for them, and I call it the Like a Caesar vlog,
Nice. So what's your favorite spot when you're at Caesars and you're spending a day there? What are you doing?
I love the Vista Lounge. Of course, Vanderpump Vegas. Duh.
Yep.
They also own the Flamingo. Caesars does. So they're taking over a lot of the spots there. So they also own the Flamingo right across the street from Caesars. So Bugsy and Myers is also a really awesome lounge restaurant to go to. They have amazing food, amazing drinks. Talk to Laura if she's, I think she's still one of the bartenders there, but talk to her. She can make you some fantastic cocktails. It's amazing. And then they have a nice little back area, like a speakeasy back room there. So
Oh, fun.
those are the spots to hit up. Definitely.
That sounds really fun. So
and then I'll have a whole new list of places to go afterwards, once I get done with my next trip, whenever I do go. The Go Pool at Flamingo is also very good.
Awesome. Yeah. And I mean, the weather's pretty much great in Vegas year round, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah.
Just, you can use those pools at any time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So with Vanderpump Vegas being, the cocktail garden opening up, and I mean, it's been open for a while now, how often would you say like Lisa gets out there to, visit?
I think she's out there like at least twice a month.
Nice.
Every time I open up my Instagram, it's like Lisa's over there at in Vegas. So it's just like, whoa, shit.
Hey, it's not a long flight.
It's not. It's like a half an hour. It's an hour flight.
Yeah.
Not bad,
Here they go.
I know, you warned me. It's all good. I got done with my thought right when they started barking.
Yeah, there we go. They're just agreeing with you.
Me, so there you go.
So Peter, what has been going on in, Vanderpump Rules kind of got a lot of heat in the past, and we don't have to get into it, but with like all the firings from Bravo and everything, what are your daily, because you're actually managing at SUR?
I've been managing there since 2010. I mean, I've been there since 2008, and I started as a busser. I started as a busser, now I'm here.
What is that like? The cast like change up, is that hard for you as a manager to be like, oh gosh, now
I'll tell you what the difference is. The difference is that when I started working there, you got to realize that I started as a busser, so one of the waitresses was Kristen Doty, for instance, just as an example. You know what I mean? So I started off as this busser. I'm fresh out of college. And someone that's telling me what to do, is Kristen. Then it keeps going up and up and up, and eventually I'm on her level, because I already knew how to bartend by the time I got to SUR. But I've always had that mentality: work hard, you'll get to the next level. Mm-hmm. And so once I became like managerial status, everyone kind of still it was hard for me to tell people what to do. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things where you're like, oh, come up here. Oh, you want me to polish glasses? Come up here. You know what I mean? It was like a very different experience, because you're having to manage people that you are friends with, and you had to, you were after work. It's like, oh, this is before me becoming like stepping up. It was let's go drink at Tom Sandoval's spot after work. Sure, yeah, get your report done, give it to JP, who was the original manager there, and head off to Tom Sandoval. After I became management, that hardly ever happened. That happened a couple of times, of course, but then, they kind of tailed off a little bit. But you still, you're friends with everybody, you still go on vacations with everyone. And so it was a little bit more difficult trying to tell everybody what to do. Now it's like, people don't know me like that, and we're not actually friends. You know what I mean? So the new people coming in, it's all like, get your roll-ups done. But Peter, you're not leaving until you get them done. If you leave without getting them done, you're going to get reprimanded. I don't care. So they don't know me, like the original.
That's good.
Yeah, exactly. You get to be more power.
Yes, you get to actually do your job as manager.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
you can be more of a hard ass now.
What would you say the difference is from like a day at SUR when there's filming going on and a day when there's not any cameras? All the same.
Yeah.
That's great. So like Sheena actually is having people make requests for extra ranch.
Oh, all the time. I get extra ranch requests. I got extra ranch. I'm at SUR tonight. I'm expecting extra ranch requests.
I love that. And are the goat cheese balls as phenomenal?
The goat cheese balls are the most popular dish item on the menu. Mm-hmm. It's truth.
Gotta try.
Every time I go up to a table nowadays, I can literally read their mind. You know what I mean? They're like, "Oh, Peter, you're serving us! Wow!" And I usually serve tables. I always help. I'm always constantly I'm like a machine. Some of the busters call me a machine, a literal like Superman or something. And they're always like, yeah, because I just come in, I get my job, and I'm like, go, 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 go. I don't even like taking breaks. I'm supposed to take a break. I take breaks, but I don't like taking breaks.
Right.
I like to just because I'm a workaholic. I'm a machine, and and so like I can read some of the customers' minds as they're all like, oh, Peter, you're serving us, okay. And I'm all like, okay, so what would you like for an appetizer? And they're like, well, and I was like, let me guess, goat cheese balls. They're like, how did you know? I'm like, I'm psychic.
Really impressing people there.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
We're gonna get a little more personal here, Peter. Are you dating anyone right now?
I'm perpetually single. I date around.
Yeah. Okay.
All you ladies out there, if you're interested, you can slide into those DMs.
It's always open and available.
Pretty much.
So your perfect day in West Hollywood, wherever you are, what are you doing on your perfect day?
God, I'm such a workaholic now. Like these days, it's just like it used to be. Oh, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna do a little bit of work, I'm gonna work out, do a little bit of work on my own personal stuff, and then probably go to the Grove and grab a drink, grab a cocktail, chill, and then probably go on a date or something. Now I've become such a workaholic that now I get up, I get my coffee, I work out, I get my coffee, I start my day. I'm like, okay, what needs to be done? I mean, my entire daily planner, my date book is like full of just ink blots, like because I'm just like constantly marking stuff down, and it's no longer including like the Grove, because I live right next to the Grove and I don't even go down there anymore. It's been a minute, So that's my perfect day. My perfect day is just work, and maybe like a date at the end of the day, at the end of the night or something. But I always I'm very singularly focused on what I'm doing with my life. That's
yeah.
me.
Okay, so what if you could go to any concert now that like live music is, thank God, finally coming back? Where, like, who would your like dream concert, or maybe you've already seen your dream concert? Who would you want to go see?
I have a confession.
All right.
Yeah. I have a confession. I've only been to one concert ever in my life.
That can't be true.
It's true.
I'm gonna like buy you a concert ticket, Peter. That makes me so sad.
It's never been really my thing. I mean, my favorite artist of all time is Phil Collins. He's no longer touring, so like I'm not going to be going. I'm not, Genesis. They're no longer a thing. I when I was a young lad, I was a big fan of Guns N' Roses, but that's kind of I don't know what's going on with them. And every time, oh, there's a concert, I'm like working at SUR, so I've never really been interested. Actually, no. Oh, there you go. I've been to 2 concerts. Yeah, the most recent one that I went to was Post Malone. That's right, but it was more of a business meeting. I was hanging out with a buddy / brother / business partner. So we were talking business, and I don't remember the concert. I remember more the just the the talk,
the experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
The interaction with your partner. Well, that's cool. I mean, that's mind blowing to me, because I mean, I am surrounded by music a lot, but everybody has their own thing. So if music isn't your thing, I do know you're into movies.
I'm into a couple of things that I would like stop time to go to. And movies is one of them. Yes, movies is one of them. Have you subscribed to Madrigal at the Movies with Rob and Rob?
I have, and it's been active for a while now. And you guys do your like YouTube events too, right?
I do. No, I do a social happy hour on YouTube.
Okay.
So on social happy hour, I only require one thing: you bring a cocktail, because we're going to be drinking and we're going to talk about anything that you talk about at happy hour. Whenever you're at happy hour, you can be talking about anything. The only thing I don't talk about is religion and politics. Other than that, yeah, everything. And right now we just got done with Motivation May. So last night was an episode. It was about positivity. Positive thinking, the power of positive thinking. And
which
of
is
course,
so important.
yes, it is, but it divulged into different topics. It's just when you're just drinking, you get going, you start talking about stuff, it just kind of like tails off into something totally different.
Yeah, it ends up in a big rabbit hole of
Yeah, exactly.
whatever it is.
But yeah, but then Madrigal at the movies, we talk about movies, or how we would fix movies, or what would the potential problems around one movie would, or another movie would be, or we like on one episode we compared two movies, Dredd versus Judge Dredd from 95 and 2012. So we have a huge wide range of, I mean, like movies, I will never get done with all the movies on Madrigal at the movies. You know what I mean? That's a challenge, though. It'll be a challenge, but we shall see. There's so many, too, yeah. But one of my other favorite things to watch, and something that I have attended many times in the past and can't wait to attend in the future, is the NFL, National Football League.
Yes.
I'm a football fanatic.
Okay, so who's your team?
My team are the Las Vegas Raiders. I've been a Raider fan since I was a kid. When the Rams came to town, I became a Los Angeles Rams fan, which works perfectly because one's in the NFC, one's in the AFC, so I'm good.
Yeah, you don't have to ever like butt heads with yourself.
Yeah. Exactly. Unless they play each other. In that case, I am cheering for the Raiders. Derek Carr, John Gruden.
Okay, so as such a huge football fan, what advice would you give to my husband who is a Browns fan?
Oh, he's a Browns fan. I wouldn't be giving him advice. I'd be giving him words of encouragement. I'd be saying shake and bake is the real deal, Baker Mayfield. That's just, that's not the general consensus amongst pundits in in ESPN. I want to start my own podcast about the NFL as well. Like I want to, I'm hitting up Caesar's Palace because they just signed an exclusive deal with the NFL for betting. So I want to do a podcast with them. But I kind of know a little bit more than the usual, people. I mean, I just watch some of these guys and I'm all like, you serious? I had Colin Cowherd at one point saying, I heard him say, "Oh, the Baltimore Ravens, they love Lamar Jackson," and you had the GM, "Oh, we're comfortable with Baker Mayfield," and it's like he took it as one way, but you can also go down the rabbit hole and take it as a different way. They could be literally saying, "Oh, we love Lamar Jackson," but they might might not be. And it might not be the truth. They might be pulling your leg. You never know. And I'm not saying that about the Baltimore Ravens, but you can't just take something on face value. And just because someone's saying, "Oh, we're comfortable with Baker Mayfield," that means they could be just comfortable and he's doing a good job. And they want to keep him, they want to keep that edge going, because the one thing about Baker Mayfield is that he likes being on the edge. That's the way he's always been throughout his career, whether he was in Oklahoma or in Cleveland. That's the way he operates. So if you keep him on that edge, he stays on that edge. He keeps feeling dangerous. So the one thing I would tell your husband, he's a Cleveland Browns fan, you guys got hell of a team. You really do. You really
so
do.
we can take that however I want.
Huh?
I said, so then I could take that however I want.
Exactly. Yeah, it could be face value, but no, you do have a hell. They do have a hell of a team. Baker needs to. The only thing that I would say, one caveat, is that he cannot target Odell Beckham Jr. As his first read. He needs to operate like he did when Beckham was not there, when he got hurt, and he was able to his completion percentage went up, because he wasn't just like, I need to get Odell Beckham involved, and I'm sure that they've already had that. I think they might have had that talk already,
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion.
I actually live in Athens, Ohio, which is where Joe Burrow is from.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Joe Burrow, Joey B, the king of the Queen City. Oh, that guy. That's another one. That guy's going to be good too. There are some good quarterbacks in this in the new NFL right now. I mean, and then again, you go back in time, and it's like there's good quarterbacks in any era. It was always the quarterback club.
Yeah. It's just you wait around for the ones.
Exactly. You know, like for the past 20 years, it was Big Ben Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers. You had, of course, Thomas Edward, Patrick Brady, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. You could go down the list. I could go down the list, you know. And then before that, it was, you know, Troy Aikman, Steve Young, Joe Montana, Neil O'Donnell. I can go down the list on that too. Vinny Testaverde. But, you know, like I'm going to stop right now.
We'll just pull out the encyclopedia of NFL players.
Yeah, exactly. So every generation has had like a multitude of really good quarterbacks. Let's just put it that way. It's just what the teams put around them, what they surround them with, you know. And like they hit the jackpot. The Cleveland Browns hit the jackpot with Kevin Stefanski. I'm not going to say the same thing about Zach Taylor. Like I don't understand how you call a pass play that got Joe Burrow hurt on the 20-yard line. You're going down the field. Give the ball to Samaje Perine because he's a third down back. Give it to him. He might break a few tackles. That guy is huge, you know. But that's just my opinion.
I mean, I think you could totally be a moderator. College game day. I mean, I know it's not NFL, but like, do you college at all?
I don't know what's going on in college other than big prospects like a Trevor Lawrence, Joey Burrow. Yeah. So I know that. I know those.
Joe Burrow's story is really cool with him winning the Heisman too. And like, I don't know if you know, but his speech ended up, people donated, I think, over $1 million to the food bank in our town because we're in Appalachian. It's just, that's the power of word. And
exactly.
It's just so cool. He's a cool kid.
I'm a fan of, like, there's 3 quarterbacks that I like. I'm a real big fan of. All right. Derek Carr is one of them. I love Derek. Derek is awesome. And I also like, of course, Joey B and Baker Mayfield. You know, those are my favorite quarterbacks in the league right now. You know, when I was younger, I was a big fan from '98 on till he retired of Mr. Omaha, Peyton Manning.
Yes.
I followed his career too. You know, so there's certain players that I'm a big fan of, you know.
Yeah. That's very cool. So Peter, what else do you have going on in your life that you just want to, you know, let people in on, whether it's a new podcast adventure or anything?
Right now, of course, like I still am working on Celebrity Slots. So you just go download that. It's on Google phone or the iPhone. So go check that out. You can win money, win prizes. Like this candle, you can win a candle from me.
And it's really fun. I played it. Yeah, it's super fun.
It is. And you can win like $5,000 right now. You know, that's a constant bonus that you can get yourself $5,000. So just keep on spinning that wheel. And then, of course, I have Madrigal at the Movies. And then join me, Madrigal at the Movies on Spotify, Pandora, all those places you can get your podcast. HeavyMetal.com is who we're partnered with. We're on that channel. Awesome. So go check us out. We talk about some of your favorite movies. You can also give us suggestions as far as which movie you would like us to review next. I always like to take suggestions from everybody. Sometimes, you know, I'm like, oh, I want to review my favorite movie. And then sometimes I'm like, I'm going to give it back to everybody and tell me what you want me to review. And then, of course, every Wednesday we have Social Happy Hour. You can check us out by just typing in socialhappyhour.live. It'll take you directly to our YouTube page. And we just talk about anything you would talk about on a happy hour. We the only thing that you need to bring is a drink, because we're going to be drinking. We play drinking games. And we're going to talk about, every month we kind of theme it a little bit. Like this month past is Motivation May. We will be making an announcement as far as what we're going to be doing in June. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that.
We will. And so you can find all of these on, you know, podcast forums, YouTube. Peter's everywhere. And you can find him, of course, on Instagram.
Go check out my website as well. It's peterific-merch.com. And I'm also, you know, you can look up my shop also on my Instagram. You just click on view shop, bam, you'll be right there. And I sell, you know, hair products like Hero, of course, my candles. I have the My Face pillowcase, so you can literally go to sleep with me. And I'm going to be coming out with some amazing new products very soon.
I love this so much. And I'm just, you know, happy that you took the time to sit down with me today, and we just got to, you know, shoot the shit and chat a little bit. So
I love it.
I wish you the best.
Into football.
Who knows, right? Who cares? It's fun.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. Thank you for having me on.
Of course. So, I mean, it was great to catch up, and I just can't wait to, continue following your journey and wish you the best.
We're gonna do this again very, very soon.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Peter.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
So much love in this heart of mine.